You've spent your entire life trying to eat right. You've followed advice from doctors, nutritionists, morning talk shows, and wellness articles. You've chosen fruit over candy, nuts over chips, and natural foods over processed junk. But here's the problem. After age 60, the rules change. What was once healthy can quietly become harmful. And most people don't realize it until it's too late. They begin feeling tired for no reason. They notice their joints ache a little more. Their memory slips. Blood sugar fluctuates. They struggle to lose weight, even when they think they're eating clean. Could the culprit be something as innocent as the snacks in your cupboard? Yes. In fact, some of the most commonly praised superfoods can accelerate aging if you're over 60, and that includes certain fruits and nuts. Today, I'm going to walk you through 4 nuts and 4 fruits you should never touch again. Not if you care about your heart, your brain, your bones, or your independence. And I'll show you what to eat instead so you're not just avoiding danger. You're optimizing your life after 60. Stick with me until the end, because number 7 on this list is a fruit that almost everyone over 60 eats, and it's been quietly damaging their nerves, their liver, and their brain. You won't believe the science behind it. Aging and your body. Why food affects you differently. Let's take a moment to understand why this matters. After age 60, your body enters a stage of increased vulnerability. Your cellular repair processes slow down. Inflammation becomes chronic. Your digestive enzymes decline, meaning food breaks down less efficiently. Your liver, the body's detox powerhouse, becomes more sluggish. And your pancreas, which regulates insulin, struggles to manage glucose spikes. Combine that with decreased muscle mass, slower kidney filtration, and a more fragile circulatory system, and it's easy to see why what you eat matters more now than ever. Even natural foods like fruit and nuts can become problematic. Why? Because many contain hidden dangers. Things like anti-nutrients, mold toxins, pesticide residues, fructose overload, high omega-6 ratios, and more. And the worst part? Most people never feel the effects until years of slow, silent damage have already occurred. The 4 nuts you should never eat after 61. Cashews, the healthy nut that can damage your kidneys. Cashews are everywhere, in snack bars, trail mixes, vegan sauces, and gourmet recipes. They're smooth, rich, and satisfying. But what most seniors don't know is that cashews are loaded with oxalates, compounds that can contribute to the formation of kidney stones, especially in people with slower hydration or kidney function. Oxalates bind with calcium, forming sharp crystals that can tear through the kidneys like glass. And if that wasn't enough, cashews contain a compound called urushiol, the same chemical found in poison ivy. While most of it is removed during processing, trace amounts can remain, causing subtle allergic reactions, rashes, or intestinal inflammation, especially in seniors with weakened gut barriers. And let's not forget, most cashews are heavily salted. A single serving can contain more sodium than you'd expect from a healthy food. And for people over 60 managing high blood pressure or heart conditions, that's a serious risk. What to eat? Instead, raw, unsalted walnuts. They contain alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3, proven to reduce inflammation and support brain health. Walnuts are also easier on the kidneys and contain powerful antioxidants like ellagic acid, which may even slow cognitive decline. 2. Peanuts, aflatoxins, lectins, and liver stress. Peanuts may be a comfort food, but they are not your friend, especially not after 60. First, peanuts aren't even nuts. They're legumes, and they carry an entirely different risk profile. One of the most alarming? Aflatoxins, toxic substances produced by Aspergillus mold during storage. Even small doses of aflatoxins are considered carcinogenic and have been linked to liver stress, digestive dysfunction, and long-term immune suppression. Peanuts also contain lectins, proteins that can bind to the gut lining and cause leaky gut syndrome. a condition linked to autoimmunity, fatigue, joint pain, and chronic inflammation. Combine that with their omega-6 to omega-3 imbalance, and you're fueling the fire of systemic inflammation. What to eat? Instead, opt for soaked or sprouted almonds. The soaking process reduces anti-nutrients like phytic acid and improves mineral absorption. Almonds support heart health, regulate cholesterol, and provide vitamin E, a skin-saving, brain-protecting antioxidant. 3. Macadamia nuts, a digestive burden in disguise. Macadamia nuts are marketed as luxurious and heart-healthy. They are rich in monounsaturated fats. That's true. But for seniors, this fat content can become a burden. Macadamias are nearly 80% fat by volume, and your aging gallbladder might not produce enough bile to digest them properly. The result? Gas, bloating, slow digestion, and, over time, gallbladder stress. They are also extremely calorie-dense. A small handful packs over 200 calories. For seniors struggling with weight management or fatigue, this silent energy overload can lead to more fat storage, less energy, and increased cardiovascular strain. What to eat instead? Pistachios. These bright green nuts are lower in calories, higher in fiber, and rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants essential for protecting aging eyes from macular degeneration. 4. Brazil nuts, the selenium time bomb. Brazil nuts are known as a selenium powerhouse. And yes, selenium is essential for immune function, thyroid health, and DNA repair. But Brazil nuts contain more selenium than almost any other food on Earth, up to 95 micrograms per nut. Just 2 or 3 nuts can exceed the upper daily limit. And when you exceed your selenium limit consistently, you risk selenium toxicity, a condition that leads to brittle nails, hair loss, fatigue, gastrointestinal issues, and in extreme cases, neurological symptoms like tremors or numbness. Seniors are more vulnerable because their bodies eliminate excess minerals more slowly. What to eat? Instead, pumpkin seeds. These small but mighty seeds are rich in magnesium, zinc, and tryptophan. They help regulate blood pressure, improve sleep, and support testosterone levels in older men, without the toxic overload. The 4 fruits that can harm you after 61. Grapes. A sweet poison for seniors? Grapes. They're juicy, bite-sized, and often called nature's candy. But here's the uncomfortable truth. They're too much like candy. 1 small cup of grapes can pack 23 to 30 grams of sugar, most of it in the form of fructose. Fructose doesn't act like glucose in your body. It's processed entirely in the liver. And when that liver is already slowing down, as it often does past age 60, this influx becomes a burden. This can contribute to a silent, creeping condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, an increasingly common and often undiagnosed problem in seniors. Fatigue, abdominal weight gain, and brain fog are early signs, but most people won't catch it until it's already serious. And don't forget pesticides. Grapes are consistently ranked on the dirty dozen list, the fruits with the highest pesticide residues even after washing. These chemicals can act as endocrine disruptors and have even been linked to memory decline in aging brains. What to eat? Instead, try organic blueberries. They're not only lower in sugar, they contain anthocyanins and flavonoids, natural compounds that protect the brain, improve memory, reduce inflammation, and may even slow the progression of neurodegenerative diseases. 2. Mangoes. The tropical trap. Mangoes are vibrant, juicy, and refreshing, but under that tropical sweetness lies a dangerous load of sugar. Up to 45 grams per fruit, often with very little fiber to slow down the absorption. That means glucose floods the bloodstream rapidly, leading to a sharp insulin spike, which your body has more difficulty managing after 60 inches. Over time, these repeated spikes age your arteries, promote fat storage in the belly and liver, and increase your risk for insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, which already affects over 25% of people over 65. Some people also experience hidden sensitivity to mango's latex-like enzymes, which can aggravate digestive issues like bloating, reflux, and IBS symptoms. What to eat? Instead, switch to kiwi. It's a tart, refreshing fruit that's lower in sugar, higher in vitamin C, and full of actinidin, a digestive enzyme that helps seniors break down protein more efficiently. 3. Bananas. Glycemic spike in appeal. Bananas are marketed as the ultimate health snack, rich in potassium, easy to digest, and conveniently packaged. But for seniors, they can be misleading. As bananas ripen, the starch converts to sugar, increasing their glycemic index to over 60. That means a ripe banana acts almost like a candy bar in your bloodstream. And if you're eating one daily as a healthy breakfast, you may be unknowingly causing regular blood sugar surges that affect your energy, mood, focus, and even sleep. Even more concerning? High potassium intake from bananas can be dangerous for people with declining kidney function, a condition many seniors have without symptoms. What to eat? Instead, green apples or pears. These fruits have more fiber, lower sugar, and help regulate appetite and blood sugar. Bonus: apples contain pectin, a prebiotic fiber that nourishes good gut bacteria, critical for immune health. 4. Dried fruits. The sticky, silent sugar bombs. Let's talk about dried fruits. Raisins, apricots, dates, prunes. They seem innocent. In fact, they're often recommended for digestion. But here's the danger. When fruit is dried, its sugar becomes concentrated. A single medjool date can have 18 to 20 grams of sugar, almost as much as a full chocolate truffle. And because it's sticky, it clings to your teeth, feeding bacteria and increasing the risk of cavities and gum disease, which become harder to manage after 60 inches. Some dried fruits are also treated with sulfites, preservatives that can cause headaches, digestive upset, and even breathing problems in sensitive individuals. Many seniors don't realize that their migraines or bloating could be coming from their healthy, dried snack. What to eat? Instead, fresh berries or orange slices, or freeze-dried fruits with no added sugar or preservatives. They retain nutrients without the sticky sugar bomb effect and are much gentler on teeth and digestion. Final reflections. Replace smart, age strong. You don't have to live in fear of food, but you do have to live with awareness. At 60 and beyond, your body deserves precision, not guesswork. Every bite can either fuel your strength or steal it. By simply replacing 8 common foods you may have eaten your entire life, you can reduce joint pain, improve memory, stabilize your blood sugar, and unlock more energy than you thought possible at this age. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve clarity. You deserve confidence in your body. It all starts with choosing the right fuel. If this video helped you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with someone you love who's over 60. Let's help each other age with wisdom, not guesswork. And let us know in the comments, which food surprised you the most? Want more? Check out our playlist on the best anti-inflammatory foods and exercises to stay independent for life.